7th of August 2026. I'm at my house in Akasia, Gauteng. It's the morning. Yeah, unfortunately, my pet rabbit Dizzy has died early this morning. He had extremely filthy feet, which I tried to clean. Lately, once identified it, you could see his feet is over here. It was extremely dirty in front as well. But unfortunately, it was too late. It was too filthy, and it infected him with a type of toxic disease, and it deteriorated him to a state that he unfortunately died this morning. I'm very upset by it. I tried to feed it superfood, but I needed to, think of the future of sick rabbits like these ones if I have one like this one again, to feed it better superfoods in the future. I will greatly miss this rabbit. The routines is established, the type of information it got from my ultra criminals and so forth and so forth. But yeah, unfortunately, I had too many ultra criminals like Stanley John Doorman, Nigerians 28, Frederick Johannes Jordaan, Freddy Salamon, and also Joey, who were basically misusing the SPCA Inspector Debora Helena Jordaan, warning number 01702, and the infinite serial culpable driver Dante Segner's public protection order against me too many times, which ultimately led to him dying. Those warnings were misused against me. It led to him basically dying from dehydration, starvation, and poisons. Nobody could even, misuse the natural forces of the earth in order to fix all of the toxic diseases spreading from his feet. Now I couldn't do anything about it because they were taking control of it and then not taking control of it anymore. So it was very upsetting this day for me as well, because I'm now going to the Morimoli mountain in order to cave over there. So last time Splicers also died when I was not attending to him all the time. But in the case of this rabbit being so sick, it needed to have the whole night for me to have a happy caving experience over there. Superfood being eaten, so that something like lemon tree leaves or carrots or something like that all the time. It shouldn't be allowed just to sit and not eat. It should eat that all the time, and that's a thing I should have applied to keep it alive. Those warnings were misused too many by me, by society. It damaged destroyed the environment, and and so forth. But yeah, I will miss this rabbit dearly. Nothing out of the ordinary I did wrong to it. I kept it surviving for the last. It was with me since the beginning of 2026 in January. I think from the 7th of 8th of January 2026. So it was with me for about January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So it was 7 months with me. So every time I would go on a caving expedition like to Morimole, every time I would go to Morimole on an overnight trip, people would damage the environment too much. So I knew then it was only going to be days or weeks it's going to have left in order to survive. So I stayed behind during that time in order to recreate the environment so that it could survive longer. So I created my backyard specifically into the most ultimate place where if it decided to still live, it could still be around. So yeah, so I did identify that its feet need water and soap, but it didn't work. It was too late. It became too slow. I did feed it enough. I hydrated it enough. I was also there. I was with it almost all of the time. And then, further on, I can state this. I recreated the environment so that it can enjoy as much pain relief as possible. Some people, like the Nigerians 28, they live with a female who have a rear brain deformity, a elongated skull, which unfortunately also led to this rabbit dying. That was torturously painful to experience that infinitely and horribly obese rear skull that female had. So that also led to her dying. Very difficult to defeat that one once you go into quiet homosexual non-fighting mode all the time. Because what she's done is she's created all black people into ultra homosexuals who can't fight at all. And that was very that now you can see why this rabbit is so thin looking and thinned out from staying close to black people who had to homosexualite in order to fight because of elongated skull disease. But yeah, at least I fought on my own for this one. I was the only one who was taking care of it. There wasn't one person that came over here one day and gave it one good advice or one good legal advice. There wasn't one person that nurtured it back to health. There wasn't one person who gave it any type of good nutrition. I was the sole owner of this rabbit. I took care of it for 7 months. Many times I was basically overcrowded with all the criminals, but I always made certain that I go outside and change the environment for them so that they can experience as much pain relief as possible, as much humanly pain relief as possible, because as time went on, many of the trees were cut down over here, the forests were destroyed, light polluting technologies was implemented, new type of torturing renovated houses was created. So I was always going out in order to salvage objects, in order to salvage as much as possible. So I'm very upset. I'm very that the rabbit is now gone. It was my rabbit Dizzy. It had an effect on his lifetime. Unfortunately, you have to go through a minus plus, miss, not miss, miserable, happy time of it, and unfortunately that elongated skull keeps it into that type of brain arrest the whole time, which is unfortunate as well. So yeah, I will dearly miss this rabbit a lot. It will be known as something that I bought and I kept it for a long time. I fought for it, I lonely fought, and so forth. Yeah, so this is me, Jacob Chinnes, saying goodbye. Bye. Yeah, and you can also, if you don't like me personally or you don't like my pet rabbit Dizzy, basically remember us like in the film Project Hail Mary, where this actor has a relationship with this character called Rocky. And that's basically what that means is I had to salvage a lot of rocks, stones like that, to keep them alive for that long. So that's basically what was doing at the time. Salvaging rocks, getting rocks in order to keep them alive this time. So if you don't like me personally or my pet rabbit Dizzy, you can at least remember this. Yeah, this is a lot of rocks and things to keep the pain away for that. So, this is me, Jacob. So, say goodbye. Bye.